Are you there, sir?
To one and all, this is Jnaneshwar Gatkar, and I welcome you on this online workshop on English communication skills. This is day 2, and we are here to attend the interactive session of day 2. Today, we have two resource persons, Jitendra Singh Barulkar sir and Dr. Uday Navlekar sir. Before Uday Navlekar sir, we are going to interact with Shri Jitendra Singh Barulkar sir. Sir, welcome sir.
Thank you.
So before going to start the session, let me introduce Jitendra Barulkar sir. He is currently working as an assistant professor at Department of English, Adarsha Mahavidyalaya, Damangaon Railway. He is a gold medalist at postgraduate level in MA in English from SRT Marathwada University, Nanded in 2008. He also worked as a trainer at GGS Government Autonomous Institute of Engineering and Technology, Nanded, and he joined Adarsha Mahavidyalaya in January 2014. His research papers have been published by him in national and international conferences and journals. He also delivers lectures on communication skills, personality development, English literature, and skill development in various colleges. Certified trainer. He is also certified trainer in skill development from Sant Garge Baba Amravati University, Amravati. He established a reading club and media club in 2015, and is actively involved in socio-cultural and environmental activities. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Sir, will you please like to say something about today's session and your opinion about the workshop, please?
Yes, definitely. First of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to join this workshop and the meeting. Dear friends, this workshop, which came during this Corona period, the lockdown period, it was really needed, mostly for the students. When we talk about communication skills in English, very often the thing that comes in our mind is about spoken English classes. There are lots of classes in the market, and students, even the teachers, they rush to these classes. But when it comes to actual practicing communication skill in everyday life, students still struggle to utilize what they have learned. And through this workshop, I believe the university has provided a great opportunity for all students as well as some of the teachers who are really willing to improve their communication skills in English. The resource persons who are available with us during this workshop are really renowned people. I bet I'm the least experienced person of all, but it's a great opportunity for me to share my experiences and the small amount of work that I have done with my students. So let's continue. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let me ask you one thing first. Sir, what are the parameters of good listening? Will you please elaborate it?
Yes, exactly. See, most of the times we are so preoccupied that we go on speaking. We forget that communication skills or interaction with anyone, it involves listening. We forget to respond. देखो क्या होता है कि जब भी हम किसी को सुन रहे होते हैं, whether it is in English, Marathi, or any other tongue that you are speaking, while listening to someone, we are supposed to respond to the person. Most of the teachers, we experience this in the classroom, that students, they are attending the class, but when we look at their facial expressions, they seem to be absent in the class. So this feedback, the facial expressions that we give during the conversation, they play a great role. And it is only through listening, only if we are listening to the speaker properly, we would be able to respond through our body language. It need not be any words. Simply we can nod our head, we may blink our eyes, or simply put those expressions on our faces so that the person who is speaking is encouraged and he's willing to continue to interact with us. That was the first thing, giving and providing feedback. But meanwhile, when the person is speaking, we must also repeat certain things. Like, for example, someone is telling you about one concept or one thing, we will have to tell them, yes, okay, this is what you are trying to say. हमें वो repeat करना है. छोटी छोटी चीजें जो हम सीखते हैं या हमें वो जो भी समझ में आया है उसे एक शॉर्ट वर्ड 1 or 2 words में हम रिपीट कर सकते हैं ताकि आगे वाले को ये समझ में आ जाए कि the message that he is trying to give to us is properly reaching us. कई बार ये भी होता है कि हम सुनते रहते हैं, हमारी समझ में नहीं आता है, but we don't dare to ask them or we don't even dare to ask them to repeat. तो repeating, so facial feedback, body language से जो feedback हम देते हैं वो feedback. Second is repeating the things, and finally asking for clarification. These are the most essential things during listening. I hope your question is answered.
Yes, sir. There is a question from Aparna Maravar. She
Okay.
want to ask you how to improve listening on everyday basis. Before answering her question, let me tell all the participants they can ask question by hand raise, and they can type their question in the chat box as well. So the question is, sir, how to improve listening on an everyday basis?
See, like whole of my presentation, it was concentrating on listening and different theories and concepts I have taught in my presentation. The basic criteria of listening is how do you listen and what do you listen? The input, what input are you putting in? My simple question is when students approach me and they ask me, sir, how to improve our communication in English? So first thing that I ask them, how often and how much do you listen to English? And their answer is, sir, for the whole day we listen to English. Then I ask them how. They answer me that, sir, we are science students and the whole classes, all the lectures, they are in English and we listen to English. But I repeatedly tell them that, no, this is not what you are supposed to do. We are supposed to improve our everyday conversation. So it won't be there in a classroom. What you do off the classroom. Classroom से बाहर निकल कर आप क्या करते हो, कितना सुनते हो? मैंने किसी भी स्टूडेंट से जब पूछता हूँ कि कितनी देर तुम इंग्लिश सुनते हो घर पर, they simply say, we don't listen anything at all. I ask them, how do you watch any videos on YouTube or not? They say yes, but do you listen to those videos in English? They say no, whether it is with cooking, with related with their hobbies, whatever it is, they don't provide themselves with enough input that will satisfy their need of listening. Though it seems to be passive activity, it goes on storing a lot of things in your mind, and ultimately it comes in the form of speaking. So आपको listening improve करना है तो सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी चीज है जितना ज्यादा आप इंग्लिश सुन सको वो सुनो. अब इंग्लिश सुनो बोलते ही सवाल ये आता है कि सर इंग्लिश न्यूज सुनने से काम चलेगा क्या? I strongly say that don't listen to English news if you are a beginner, if you are starting to learn English. क्योंकि अगर आप starting level पे हो, beginner level पे हो और आप English news सुनते हो तो आपके पल्ले कुछ नहीं पड़ने वाला. You will not get enough out of it and it won't help you in gaining confidence with the language. So we'll have to decide what input are we supposed to provide. अब ये करते कैसे हैं? आपकी लेवल को टेस्ट कीजिए, उस हिसाब से अपने आप को इनपुट दीजिए. You can start with simple shorter videos which are available on YouTube, which are meant for kids stories. Listen to certain things. You can go on listening to certain things like maybe some movies, TED Talks, and later on. These are the latter stages. But first, decide what level you are at and provide yourself with enough input. It will be a great benefit if you have someone in your company, like in your family or in your friend circle, who can talk to you on an everyday basis. So start listening to them.
Thank you, sir. Nice explanation. Rani Sheikh want to ask you a question. How to encourage a student towards listening?
Okay, that's a great question. See, at the end of my presentation, I had included 2 slides on how exactly we can help as teachers to these students. So the point is, first, be the example. Students should feel like, okay, this is the person who speaks properly or who speaks well enough, who encourages us to talk to him. मैंने कई बार देखा, even science students, I'm sorry to say, but this is the fact that I have observed many times when students approach their teachers with some questions, and if they dare to ask the question in English, even the teachers, they start responding them in a mother tongue. They believe even today, even teachers are following the grammar translation method or the bilingual method. Your students are not going to improve unless you yourself are insisting on the usage of English. What we can do to encourage them to listen, make our language, use the language as simple as possible. How we can keep our language, our English communication simple. If some person is there who is using a very polished English, or who is too vocabulary is too much unfamiliar to them, they will feel like, okay, he is too knowledgeable guy and we won't be able to approach him. So first thing, use simple English in your practice while you are interacting with students. Encourage them to ask questions in English only. Whenever they are listening to you or they are approaching with some questions, make them speak with you in English. And thereby, when you understand that what is the level of your students, you may provide them with certain audiobooks. You may suggest them some stories. You may suggest them certain videos. In my college, in my classes with my students, what I do is I provide them with lots of audios, videos, and some movies as well. Like in my introduction, Mr. Daneshwar, he has mentioned that I have established a media club. Every week, if I have 4 lectures in a week, one of the lectures is devoted only to listening activity. For half an hour, they would be watching some short video or any movie, some portion of the movie. So this is the way we can start. Keep it simple. They should not feel the burden of it. They should get involved voluntarily, and such content which would entertain them. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Durga Gori is there. Hello, Durga ma'am.
Yes.
So you
Yes,
can
ma'am.
ask your question. Yes.
No question, sir. मी आताच ऑन आली. Sorry, sir.
Okay, no problem. Yes, next.
Archana, Dr. Archana Dharme, want to ask you what we have to do when we are good in writing and understanding, but not in communicating.
So the problem lies in theory versus practice. However good we are with theory, writing skill is all about theory. We are good in grammar. We know words, we know grammatical structure and everything. This is the way we are brought up. This is not entirely our fault or your fault. The problem is with the surrounding, with the system. But once we realize this, how quickly you overcome it. देखो ये तो ऐसा हुआ ना कि आपके घर पर एक बाइक खड़ी है या एक कार खड़ी है, आपको पता है कि उसमें कितने गियर्स लगते हैं, उसका स्टीयरिंग कहाँ है, ब्रेक कहाँ है, एक्सेलेरेटर कहाँ है, everything you know. This is what theory is. You have tested it. But unless you put it into practice, that will not work. अगर आप writing में अच्छे हो, which I exactly know that lots of students, they are very good in writing. But when I ask them to come forward and speak, they are hesitant. Why do they hesitate? Because they were not provided with enough opportunity to come forward and dare to speak. The phobia that if I go wrong, the whole class will laugh at us. Or one more thing, those people who are able to listen to English, who are able to speak in English, they don't encourage other people enough to get them involved. तो सबसे पहली चीज आपको ये करना है मैडम कि आपको जैसे भी मौका मिले, जहां भी मिले, शुरुआत करनी है. देखो सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम मैंने अपने प्रेजेंटेशन में भी कही थी कि इट इज द सराउंडिंग. वी डोंट हैव इनफ सराउंडिंग, so we don't have any person to speak with in English. Even I myself, my mother tongue is Hindi, and I was taught in Marathi medium school. None of my family member could speak in English. No neighborhood people could speak in English. Yet we had to work on it. And how we worked on it? The same way. Listen as much as possible. Expose yourself to the language. If not real people, go with the real people. This is the digital age in which you will get enough material to get yourself involved with. So that was about understanding. You are understanding it, right? Now start speaking. If you don't have any real person to speak with, start speaking with yourself. Find someone who is having similar interests and go on sharing with him. Another way, if there is no one to help you, simply select a topic, go on speaking, record yourself. That has multiple benefits. That would make you realize how good you are in your language. Like you said, you are already acquainted with language. Your language writing wise is good. So understanding is also good. So record yourself first. Listen to yourself. You will realize your faults. If there are any fillers, even you could notice them, and gradually you can try to overcome them. And the best way, find someone to speak with. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I can see that Mr. Bharat Jnanba Patte Bahadur want to ask you, considering rural atmosphere and facilities, how to cultivate the habit of listening among the students? Please tell some unique techniques.
Sir, there is nothing unique. Nowadays, even currently I'm working in a rural area. All the students come from such remote areas that they are too much like outside of the town or too much disconnected from the town. Even they go for farms for working. So how to make them listen? सबसे ज़्यादा exposure उनका कहाँ होता है? How much they are connected with listening to in English? Teachers. Most of their time in campus is spent with teachers. If they are listening to a person who is speaking very properly, I'm not saying that very polished and very westernized or stylish language, but he's speaking constantly in English and he's encouraging his students. You yourself as the best tool. जब भी आप अपने स्टूडेंट को ये encourage करना चाहते हो, आप पहले उसको बोल के दिखाओ, उससे साथ बात करो, interact with them. Even though you are incorrect, you can go on speaking with them in English. That will somewhere in them create a hope, a desire. Okay, he's encouraging me so much, so why should not I try to interact with him? So first, set yourself as an example. Secondly, like I said, provide them with some material, listening material. Maybe it is audiobooks. Maybe you can record your own self on any particular topic, record it. Classroom hai, to classroom mein ek activity lo. Select some students, find out some students who are good in English. Ask them to come in front of the class. Make them have a conversation on a given topic. Kind of role play activity you can do. So ये क्या लगता है, ये तो मेरे बाजू में बैठता है स्टूडेंट, ये आगे जाकर बात कर सकता है. And he is speaking in this way, though he is committing errors, but yet he is speaking. So why not I? Even I can do this. What if I go wrong? Fine. It is the teacher. Teacher is not a teacher. He is a facilitator. What we have to do is provide them with facilities and encourage motivation and facilitating the students. This is all we can do. And this is working with my students as experience. Okay.
Very good. Sir, there is a very interesting question asked by Dr. Sanjay Shenmare. He's a librarian.
Yes.
And he asked that, sir, you gave more emphasis on video lecture on listening skills to learn English language, to communicate.
Right.
But we are listening from last so many years, but not able to speak, like Hindi or Marathi.
Okay.
Yes,
सर, हिंदी मराठी तो हम सीखते आए हैं, बचपन से सीखे और बचपन से बोल भी रहे. इट इज अगेन लाइक सर, देखिए, मान लो कि आपको एक बाइक खरीद ली है आप, या कार खरीद ली है, ठीक है. कार खरीदना, मोटर ड्राइविंग स्कूल में गए हो आप, ड्राइविंग सीख ली है, और ड्राइविंग सीखने के बाद होता क्या, जैसे हमने क्लासेस कॉलेज में इंग्लिश सीखी है, 10 साल 12 15 20 साल हमने बिताए इंग्लिश सीखते हुए. तो ये 10 12 15 साल वैसे ही है जैसे हम ड्राइविंग स्कूल में बताते हैं. कितने दिन लेसन्स लिए हैं हमने, मान लो एक हफ्ता महीना भर हमने ड्राइविंग स्कूल ज्वाइन किया था, सारी चीजें हमें पता चल चुकी है. क्या हम मान लो अमरावती में है, जैसे में शाम में 5 बजे अचानक से एक दिन गाड़ी निकल कर पहुंच गए और हमने वहां पे गाड़ी चला ली, क्या ये मुमकिन है? Is it possible to drive a car in a crowded place like Jaistam just after a month of attendance in the driving school? Nahi, it is not possible. You will dash with a lot of people and it will create a chaos. So the thing is, how much practice do you put off the class? 5वीं नहीं, फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड से आजकल के बच्चे क्लासेस करते आ रहे हैं, इंग्लिश के सीखते आ रहे हैं. What they learn in a class is not so important as what they do off the class. Off the class, जैसे लिसनिंग और वीडियो वॉचिंग पे मैंने बहुत इंसिस्टेंस किया है. वॉचिंग के बाद क्या होता है, देखो बच्चा है, एक सिंपल एग्जांपल देता हूँ. बच्चे जो आज के हैं, कोई भी 5-10 साल का बीच का एक बच्चा देख लीजिए, उसे मूवी देखने ले जाइए. सिंघम एक एग्जांपल के तौर पर मैं देता हूँ, वो जाता है सिंघम मूवी देख के आता है, मूवी देखने के बाद उस पर यह असर होता है कि वो कई दिनों तक वो डायलॉग बोलता रहता है. So he is under that influence for long. So this is the benefit of watching. अगर उसे आप सुनाते हो कुछ तो उतना देर तक उसका इन्फ्लुएंस नहीं रहता है. तो इंटरेस्ट, एक तो एंटरटेनमेंट हो रहा है, छोटे छोटे डायलॉग्स आ रहे हैं और वो हम रिपीट कर रहे हैं. सी लिसन एंड रिपीट, दैट्स द बेस्ट वे. जैसे हिंदी का एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ शिनमारे सर आपको. आई नो दैट योर मदर टंग इज नॉट हिंदी, राइट? Even without having a Hindi as your mother tongue, you are quite comfortable in using it. Why? Because you never hesitated to use Hindi. वैसा ही है, हमें एक सराउंडिंग, एक एनवायरनमेंट ऐसा अपने स्टूडेंट्स को देना होगा, अपने कोलीग्स को देना होगा कि जहां पे हम सिर्फ उनकी गलतियां ना निकालें. ठीक है भाई, तू गलत बोल रहा है, वॉट एवर इट इज, यू आर डूइंग अ ग्रेट जॉब बाय प्रैक्टिसिंग इट. तो हिंदी बोल रहे थे, कई बार हम मजाक उड़ाते हैं ना, हिंदी भी उसे बोलनी नहीं आती है, कई बार उसका मजाक उड़ाया जाता है कि देखो इसकी विदर्भ वाली या मराठी वाली हिंदी, बट स्टिल ही गोज ऑन स्पीकिंग विद इट. इंग्लिश के बारे में एक फोबिया बना दिया गया है कि हिंदी गलत बोलो तो चलेगा, कोई डिस्करेज करता है तो भी चलेगा, मैं हिंदी बोलना नहीं छोड़ूंगा, क्योंकि इतना असर ही है, उतना ज्यादा इनपुट हमें मिल रहा है हिंदी का. सो सेम हैज टू बी डन विद इंग्लिश. इनपुट इतना ज्यादा कर दो, इतना ज्यादा कर दो कि वो अंदर समाये ही नहीं, वो अपने आप बाहर आना शुरू हो जाएगा. So increase your input level and provide yourself with such an environment, such a setup and input that you are finally using it. I hope it is enough for discussion.
Yes, sir. Good explanation. Now there is a raise hand question by Shweta Mishra.
Yes.
Shweta Mishra. Hello.
Hello.
Shweta ma'am, are you there? Okay. Mr. Vinit Kharkar.
Yes.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
Sir, I would like to ask one question regarding this listening skill. That
Yes.
is, normally we speak in our mother tongue in day-to-day life, sir, with our relatives and our colleagues
Right.
and all these things.
Right.
So, what is
right.
the impact of our daily speaking language on listening skill of a English or listening of a English, basically? So, it's a kind of case that we are not continuously listening the English. We do listen Marathi, Hindi, and then in parts we go to listen the words. When we go into the classrooms, we get the basically English as an English. So does it
Yes.
going to change the mindset or change the whatever the amount of English we are taking in? Does it have any effect? Please brief us about it, sir.
Yeah, sure. I'll address to that. देखिए सर, your question is about input. क्या होता है कि हम जितनी बार भी सुनते हैं किसी को, जैसे आपने कहा कि घर पे हम मराठी सुनते रहते हैं, उसका असर होता है क्या? डेफिनेटली द इम्पैक्ट इज देयर, बट दैट इम्पैक्ट इज नॉट ऑन लिसनिंग, बट दैट इज रिफ्लेक्टेड ऑन स्पीकिंग. इफ आई एम लिसनिंग टू इंग्लिश, let's say I'm listening to a video lecture or a TED talk or something, how would it be affected by my Marathi speaking background? It won't, at least for listening. But when I will try to repeat it, it will definitely have some influence, pronunciation wise, stress wise, and so on. Now the question arises, how much and where to expose ourselves to this language? देखो, लैंग्वेज जितनी आप मराठी सुन रहे थे, हिंदी सुन रहे थे, उसका असर सुनने पर तो आपके नहीं होगा. इंग्लिश अच्छी इनपुट दो, सिंपल, जितना सिंपल इनपुट आप दे सकते हो अपने आप को. जैसे कि मेरे स्लाइड्स में आपने अगर देखा होगा, एक बार फिर से वो वीडियो आप देख भी सकते हो, कि आइडेंटिफाई योर लेवल +1, उसके धीरे धीरे आगे वाली लेवल का उसको इनपुट देना है. जैसे हम स्कूल के बच्चों को मैथमेटिक्स फॉर एग्जांपल हम सिखा रहे हैं, तो उसे इनपुट क्या दे रहा है? बेसिक एडिशन, सब्सट्रैक्शन इज व्हाट वी गिव देम इन द इनिशियल स्टेज. अगर वो अच्छा कर ले रहा है, फिर उसके आगे की स्टेज वाले हम उसको प्रॉब्लम्स देना शुरू करते हैं. इन द सेम मैनर, आइडेंटिफाई योर लिसनिंग नीड्स, provide yourself with such simple inputs, and once you are comfortable with it, go on adding next level. अब रहा सवाल स्पीकिंग का, तो स्पीकिंग करने के लिए आपको खुद को एनकरेज करना ही होगा. जैसे हिंदी के बारे में मैंने अभी कहा कि वी डोंट वरी अबाउट हिंदी, कितनी भी हॉरिबल हो. विदर्भ में यहाँ पे जहां कहीं भी हम जाते हैं कि जो नॉन हिंदी स्पीकर्स हैं, दे स्पीक समटाइम्स हॉरिबल हिंदी, बट येट they don't give up. तो हमें वो करना है. Okay?
Thank you, sir. There is another raised hand question by Dr. Vishaka Bhalerao.
Yes.
Is she connected? Yes.
Hello.
Ma'am, you can ask your question now.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Okay. Very good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Your session was really very mesmerizing and very outstanding. Sir, I'm working as a assistant professor in education college. I
Okay.
found that when we are going with the secondary teachers, we found that when you have in the morning you have put one chart that it is controversial as regarding language learning and language acquisition. But most
Okay.
of the time we find that people are trying to learn English language so far as concerned with the acquisition. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
I'm facing the problem when it comes to the communicative approach and interactive approach. We are cracking the traditional way of learning and teaching. So what will you suggest? As you said that listening is very, very important. So how will you give the solution to listen proper English, not just as the way of a communication that whatever comes to you, you can listen and just go with the practice. Is it the good way? What will you suggest?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. I'll try my level best. See, the thing is, when you're talking about communicative approach and acquisition as versus learning, I agree that in acquisition, we put less stress on grammar and the traditional structure of language learning. Ma'am, traditional language learning setup, even I was brought up in and taught in a Marathi medium school. Even I had faced such difficulties. So problem schooling में ये होता है कि traditional setup में जब हम grammar सीख रहे होते हैं, so much of importance and emphasis is there on grammar that it puts lots of pressure on us. Nowadays, the entire education system is changing. They are trying to take away the stress that is on the minds of students or the learners. And basically, purpose of language learning is not going to be the masters of language. It is to be able to communicate your ideas effectively. अब वो किसी भी field में जाए, other than teaching or other than being a language teacher, so उनको 7 खून माफ होते हैं मैम. एटलीस्ट मुझे ये लगता है कि चलो कोई साइंस पर्सन है, ही स्पीकिंग क्वाइट गुड इंग्लिश, बट ही कमिट्स some of the errors, that is okay with him. But if he's not speaking or he is not able to express himself in English at all, that would be a great blunder or a crime that he commits. He has to encourage himself. हमारा ट्रेडिशनल सेटअप में वही होता रहा है कि ग्रामर ये आना ही चाहिए, ऐसा ही होता है. He goes, she goes, ऐसा कहता है वो, तो वो सही है. अगर वो बातों बातों में कहता है कि he go to school, doesn't use the third person, that thing is not in his mind, so he will be putting in himself a lot of doubt. He will doubt his ability whether I would be able to speak at all or not. तो ये पहले हमें ये करना होगा कि language is a tool of communication. जो लोग अदर देन लैंग्वेज टीचर्स हैं, उनको इसके बारे में बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रेस लेने की जरूरत नहीं. ग्रेजुअली इट विल कम. जैसे एक स्टूडेंट, एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ बच्चे का. मदर टंग के साथ क्या होता है, देखो हमारे घर में मराठी स्पीकिंग फॅमिली आहे, तो हम जेव्हा मराठी बोलत असतो तेव्हा एक बाळ काय म्हणतं, आई आली होती वगैरे शिकतो तो बाबांनाही कधी कधी आली होती म्हणतो. बट द इनपुट दॅट ही गेट्स ऑल द टाइम, बाबा आली होती नाही म्हणायचं असतं. ही ऑब्झर्व्स इट, he observes it. आप अगर उसको खोलेंगे नहीं, इसके बाद अगर बोलना ही तुम जो भी बोल रहे हो गलत है, ऐसा गलत बात नहीं करना है, तो नो, ही विल बी डिस्करेज. लेट हिम स्पीक. बाबा आली होती, ठीक है, वो देखेगा, वो खुद जब रियलाइज करेगा कि ओ गॉड, दिस इज नॉट आली होती, बाबा था आला होता, कि वहां आले होते. एक बार फिर वो आला होता बोलेगा, फिर उसको और वो जो भी ये होती है चीजें, जैसे कि छोटी छोटी चीजें इंग्लिश में आती है, वैसी ही चीजें वो सीखेगा. तो इनफ एक्सपोजर टू लैंग्वेज. दैट्स व्हाई लिसनिंग आई बिलीव इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट स्किल. वो कितनी ज्यादा सुनता है. देखो ऑब्जर्वेशन में हर कोई सीखता है. मैडम एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ, और एक एग्जांपल. चलो मान लिया कि कोई टीचर है, उसे पढ़ा रहा है स्टूडेंट्स को, और जब वो पढ़ा रहा होता है, स्टूडेंट्स को क्या इनपुट मिल रहा है, उस टीचर का रीजनल इन्फ्लुएंस, उस मदर टंग का भी उस टीचर पर रहेगा, उसके रीजन का भी रहेगा. जैसे मराठवाड़ा से मैं आता हूँ, तो मराठवाड़ा की मराठी का इन्फ्लुएंस उसके इंग्लिश में नजर आता है, उसके इन्फ्लुएंस उसकी मदर टंग का नजर आता है. तो ये इन्फ्लुएंसेस काम कर रहे हैं. उसको सिर्फ इनपुट जो मिल रहा है उस टीचर का मिल रहा है. तो वो ये कैसे तय करे कि और बेहतर इंग्लिश क्या होती है और स्टैंडर्ड इंग्लिश क्या होती है, तो उसे प्रोवाइड करो वो अपॉर्चुनिटीज जिसमें वो सुन सके, और ज्यादा बेहतर इंग्लिश सुन सके, और ज्यादा बेहतर लोगों को सुन सके। और टीचर भी जितना हम स्टैंडर्ड की ओर खुद को ले जाए, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूं कि हमें परफेक्ट बनना है या बहुत वेस्टर्न और ब्रिटिशर्स के जैसा एक्सेंट लाना है, बट एटलीस्ट स्टैंडर्ड इंडियन एक्सेप्टेड जो प्रोनाउंसिएशन या एक्सेंट है वो अगर हम डेवलप कर लेते हैं तो डेफिनेटली एक स्टूडेंट को घर बैठे ही एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल जाती है कि सही क्या है गलत क्या है, ऑब्जर्वेशन में वो सीखेंगे। और डिस्करेज ना करते हुए अगर हमने करेक्टिव मेजर्स के साथ उनको एनकरेज करें तो डेफिनेटली दैट विल सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम।
Thank you,
Great,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Most
Thank
welcome.
you.
Actually, we are also love to listen you.
Oh,
But
thank you so much.
there is another question by Bushra
Yes.
Rahman.
Yes.
She want to ask you, sir, please elaborate the empathetic listening and suggest some tips regarding the same.
Okay. Ma'am, empathetic listening is such a wonderful skill. We can talk for hours on that topic. When I was informed that I was supposed to deal with listening skill, I was totally into it, and I was going to speak for whole of my presentation about empathetic listening only. But when I closely read my topic, it was role of listening in language acquisition. Then I had to shift my focus. But देखो empathetic listening क्या है? सुनना तो हमने बचपन से सीखा है. Empathetic listening is part of communication skill. Now for a moment, forget about English. Whatever language we are speaking, empathetic listening is that listening in which we are truly trying to understand the other person's perspective. हिंदी, मराठी, इंग्लिश, तमिल, जो भी लैंग्वेज, उर्दू, जो भी लैंग्वेज हम सीख रहे हैं या सुन रहे हैं, उसमें होता क्या है, हम उतना अटेंशन नहीं देते हैं आगे वाले को। एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल बताता हूँ स्टूडेंट के साथ। अगर मैं एक एग्जांपल स्टूडेंट को अक्सर देता हूँ, एक लड़का है, दो स्टूडेंट्स है मान लीजिए। एक स्टूडेंट की लाइफ में कुछ ना कुछ हुआ है, समथिंग इंपॉर्टेंट हैज हैपेंड इन हिज लाइफ, एंड ही इज सो ईगर टू शेयर, टू एक्सप्रेस दैट फीलिंग विद समवन। वो किसी को ढूंढ रहा है कि आई मस्ट express this, whatever has happened with me, I should talk and share with it someone. Next day वो स्टूडेंट दूसरे स्टूडेंट्स को, जो कि बेस्ट फ्रेंड है, सो कॉल्ड बेस्ट फ्रेंड है, उसके पास जाता है, उसे बताने की कोशिश करता है, ठीक है, he is trying to share that thing, and what the listener is doing, listener is looking here and there, listener is busy with his own phone, listener is busy in, come on yaar, I'm trying to share the moment of my lifetime and you are not looking at me. कितना annoying होता है वो कि जब कोई आपकी ओर देखता नहीं है। देखो सिंपल सी चीज है आई कांटेक्ट, एम्पैथेटिक लिसनिंग में वो बहुत जरूरी है। आपकी आंखें बहुत ज्यादा एक्सप्रेसिव हैं, आपको उसकी आंखों में सीधे देखना होगा, वो एहसास उसे दिलाना होगा कि वी आर जेन्युइनली इंटरेस्टेड इन व्हाट इज बीइंग शेयर्ड विद यू। तो सबसे ज्यादा आई कांटेक्ट पे ध्यान दीजिए, उसे रिस्पॉन्ड कीजिए, वो एक्सप्रेशंस अपने पास आने दीजिए। एम्पैथेटिक लिसनिंग में कई बार हम इतने खोए होते हैं कि हम नाटक करते हैं कि आगे वाले को हम सुन रहे हैं, लेकिन असल में होता यह है कि हमारा कोई ध्यान नहीं होता, हमारा दिमाग कहीं और दौड़ रहा होता है। यार कम ऑन, ये कहां से आ गया पकाने, या कम ऑन, आई हैव गॉट समथिंग एल्स टू डू इन माय लाइफ टुडे, आई हैव गॉट टू अटेंड द मीटिंग, सेमिनार है, ये है वो है, चल रहा होता है। सो एम्पैथेटिक लिसनिंग इज द इमोशनल पार्ट ऑफ लिसनिंग। आज दुनिया में कम्युनिकेशन का रिवोल्यूशन आ गया है। फेसबुक है, ट्विटर है, व्हाट्सएप है, थाउजेंड्स ऑफ मैसेजेस वी रिसीव इन आवर इनबॉक्स। बोलने वाला हर कोई है, आपको टेक्स्ट करके फटाफट मैसेजेस मिल जाएंगे। आपका बर्थडे है, चलो मान लीजिए आपका आज बर्थडे है, आपको सुबह से नहीं रात के 12 बजे से ही मैसेजेस आने शुरू हो जाएंगे, लेकिन आपसे बात करने वाला कोई नहीं मिल रहा है आजकल। सबसे बड़ी वो प्रॉब्लम, किसी को सुनने की फुर्सत नहीं है। आई हैव रियलाइज्ड दैट पीपल when you come face to face with them, they tend to avoid you. वो अपना रास्ता बदल लेते हैं। बाजार में मिल जाओ ना, अकेले से साइड से चले जाएंगे, और वही घर जाकर शाम में वो आपके व्हाट्सएप के पोस्ट को 2-3 अंगूठे दिखा देगा, लाइक कर लेगा या कुछ शेयर कर देगा, वाह वाह ताली बजा देगा उसमें। तो empathetic listening particularly in this digital era has become more important, क्योंकि particularly with elderly people in our home, people with frustration। देखिए अभी रिसेंट एग्जाम्पल है हमारे पास सुशांत सिंह वाला। I don't want to get into the dispute or the politics that's going on behind it, but अगर कोई सुसाइड करने की मेंटालिटी तक पहुंच जाता है तो इसका मतलब he had no one close to him where he could express himself properly. उसके दिल में क्या चल रहा है वो पूरी तरह से बाहर नहीं निकाल पाया। So there comes the empathy। मिला ही नहीं है। अगर हमें नहीं मिला है तो कम से कम हम किसी के लिए सुनने वाला बन सकते हैं. I believe मेरे साथ ये होता रहा है कि sometimes I used to think that am I a dump ground or something. Lots of friends and relatives, they used to come and talk to me a lot, and they used to dump all the negative thoughts and troubles and problems with me. For few days I used to wonder whether I am a garbage box or what. But when I realized that it is helping them a lot, they are trying to overcome out of it. बस बोलने पर से आपको कोई सोल्यूशन नहीं देना होता है इसमें, उन्हें सोल्यूशन की जरूरत ही नहीं है, बस अपना समझकर सुनने वाले दो कान उनके साथ हो, बस एक एक्सप्रेशन हो कि हम हाँ हैं, सुनने के लिए तो हम हैं आपके साथ जरूर है. तो इतना इस मोमेंट पे अभी कह सकता हूँ, ज्यादा डिटेल्स हम बाद में डिस्कस कर सकते हैं.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So this will be the last question of this session for you.
Sure.
Mr. Pawan Khatekar, actually he is appreciating you for, hello sir, your workshop video is done very professionally.
Thank you.
We also know, sir, how you made your video. It's very professional and all those things. And he want to ask you, I understand English but can't answer in English with my question.
Yes. Because sir, I feel really sorry for lots of people who say this, that okay, I understand but I'm not able to speak. इसमें वही फिर से टीचर का रोल बहुत ज्यादा हो जाता है. Encouraging, motivation is all that a student or any person in the life needs. किसी भी तरह का, वो स्टूडेंट है या बड़ा है, अपने से उम्र में छोटा हो या बड़ा हो, उसे encourage करो. Whatever he is trying to learn or whatever he is trying to do, encouraging and motivating him. समझ तो आता है, ठीक है, भूल जा. दो चीजें, अगर आपको मोटिवेट करने वाला कोई नहीं है, मोटिवेट योरसेल्फ. बी सो डिटरमाइंड दैट एनीहाउ आई एम गोइंग टू डू दिस. दुनिया में अगर कोई मुझे हेल्प करने वाला नहीं है, तो कम से कम एक इंसान तो वो हमेशा रहेगा जो मैं खुद हूं. यू योरसेल्फ आर द बेस्ट गाइड, बेस्ट हेल्प. सो फॉलो योर ओन गट. इफ यू रियली वांट टू इंप्रूव इट, नोबडी कैन स्टॉप इट. किसी भी टीचर्स के पास जाओ, मैं तो स्टूडेंट को अक्सर कहता हूं, उनको तो मैं ये कह देता हूं कि हर टीचर को, कॉलेज में जाओ, हर टीचर को डरा दो लिटरली. मतलब उनके पास जाओ, जितनी हॉरिबल इंग्लिश बोलनी है बोलो. यू हैव दैट लाइसेंस टू किल इंग्लिश. वो टीचर्स है, 25-25 साल अपनी करियर में बिता चुके हैं, उनके साथ भी गलतियां होती है, तो आप तो बस लर्नर्स हो. सो दिस इज व्हाट दे आर पेड फॉर. दे आर सपोज्ड टू लिसन टू योर हॉरिबल इंग्लिश. I won't say it as a horrible English, but they are just in the learning stage, and they are there to assist them, help them with it. So only way you can overcome your fear of speaking is by doing it. पानी का डर तभी निकल सकता है जब आप पानी में उतरोगे. दूर से कितना भी देख लो, भाई बहुत पानी है, ज्यादा गहरा होगा, डर लग रहा है, तो आप हमेशा डरते रह जाओगे. एक बार उतर जाओ, तैर के पार हो जाओगे. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Actually, your session, interactive session, and your lecture was also beneficial for all the participants. On the behalf of these participants, I personally thank you, and I request Dr. Shrikant Patil sir to show his sense of gratitude towards. Dr. Shrikant Patil sir.
Yes, yes. Sir, good evening.
Very good evening, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yeah. So we meet second time
Yes, sir.
because last time we meet at your college,
Yes,
but
sir.
you forget me. I think
No, sir. No. I'll never.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind cooperation. We have arranged these types of English communication skills workshop. Recently, we finished our psychological counseling workshop, and this is the second workshop. And our coming workshop is in yoga therapy. So I am very thankful to you. We are happy to have you as a resource person for today's session. We are happy to have your precious time given to provide video lectures before time. We would like to associate with you, sir, for future endeavor.
Speaker,
And lastly, second session is Principal Dr. Navlekar sir is they are doing this session. Now, सर जैसा अभी हिंदी में जब वो एंकर रहते हैं ना, सब डिबेट चलता है तो बोलते हैं एंकर कि सर आप हमारे साथ बने रहिए, हम आपके पास जल्दी लौट आएंगे तो आपको भी कोई क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे। तो नावलेकर सर अभी हमारे साथ है। सर दोनों को एक मेरा क्वेश्चन है, आप भी है और नावलेकर सर है। नावलेकर सर, हेलो नावलेकर सर, हेलो हेलो नावलेकर सर,
1 minute. Yes.
You are audible, sir?
Yes, I am audible.
Yeah. So
I'm listening to you.
My question is, sir, मैंने आप दोनों महान हस्ती है, बहुत ही बढ़िया वीडियोस आपके, फर्स्ट वीडियो एंड सेकंड वीडियो टुडेज इज वेरी प्रीशियस एंड माय क्वेश्चन इज, दोनों को मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि बहुत सारे लोगों ने हमको कहा कि आपका जो ये इंग्लिश कम्युनिकेशन वर्कशॉप है ये मराठी और हिंदी में या इंग्लिश और हिंदी में या मराठी और इंग्लिश में, ऐसा दोनों लैंग्वेज में रहना चाहिए ताकि हम उसका जो है वो बहुत अच्छी तरीके से उसका लाभ उठा सके, हम कुछ सीख सके। तो कैन यू एग्री दिस opinion of all these participants?
I entirely agree with you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Trans
Definitely, there should be a bit of Hindi and Marathi as well.
Yeah.
लेकिन जैसे कि मेरा listening वाला जो मेरा वीडियो था, मैं थोड़ा सा डिफर करता हूँ ये ओपिनियन से कि सब we have had enough input. देखिए 10, 12, 15, 20 साल लगभग हमारा ये ट्रांसलेशन मेथड वाला हम प्रैक्टिस कर चुके हैं।
राइट।
यस, तो ये वैसा ही हुआ ना कि साइकिल सीख रहा है बच्चा, टीचर उसका पापा पेरेंट है, बच्चा को साइकिल पकड़कर चलाना सीख रहा है, कितने दिन सिखाएंगे हम उसे हाथ पकड़कर? तो ठीक है ना, 10 साल हो गए, 12, 15 साल हो गए, ये डिपेंड। मैं अभी ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि पूरी तरह से बंद कर देना चाहिए, ये मेथड यूज की जा सकती है, डेफिनेटली इट इज स्टिल इन प्रैक्टिस एंड इट इज वैलिड, बट अगर उसे हम छोड़ देते हैं, गिरने दो, वो गिर कर सीखेगा। अगर वो ट्रांसलेशन मेथड में अटक कर रह जाता है तो शायद फिर वो हमेशा इसी स्टेट ऑफ माइंड में रहेगा।
राइट।
Sir, I would like to focus some light on that. When I was in Ohio University, USA, I attended one class. It was French language class, and the professor, he was teaching through English. He was not teaching French language through French language. So after the class, I asked, how is it that you are not using French for the students? So he replied, if I teach French to French, probably students won't understand anything. And he also agreed that it will take time, but French with the help of English, that is taught best. So that was his answer. And I also entirely agree with translation method, but maximum English should be used by the teachers and by the learners also.
Yes. That's
Thank you, sir. I will proceed, Professor Gatkar sir, to continue. Dr. Navlekar sir. Thank you.
Hello, welcome, Dr. Uday Navlekar sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now I ask all dear participants that they can ask questions to Dr. Navlekar sir by raising hand or in a chat box. But let me first introduce himself. Dr. Uday Navlekar sir is the principal of Avasaheb Parvekar College, Yavatmal for the last 16 years. He is also the member of NACPIR team. He has been awarded with the best principal by Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University. He also endowed with the International Education Award by the Rotary Foundation USA. He visited number of colleges and universities in Canada and America. His 5 books and many research papers are published to his credit. he is a columnist and also delivered many talk on air. So he is such a versatile personality that we have as a resource person for today's this interactive session. I once again welcome him and I request him, sir, please say something about today's your session.
Thank you, Dr. Srikant Patil sir and Gatkar sir for giving me this opportunity. And I would like to throw some light, or I would like to speak something before my topic, that listening will help us to overcome all fears. Recently, you have heard a lot of listening by Dr. Barulkar sir. I congratulate him for nice speech. And one good news for you, that our body language is something somewhat different. God has given us 2 ears and 1 mouth. So this is a message that you should listen more and speak less. So that was the summing up of the first lecture. So listening is very important. I entirely agree with Barulkar sir. He has nicely explained and he has made nice videos. Now I come back to today's topic. So today's topic is how to overcome fear of English language and interviews. So fear is an essential emotion, but the problem is how much this emotion we should take in, that we have to decide. And in this competitive world, the fear should not override us, because we have to survive. And fear is not your enemy. Just know your fear and try to grow. There are 2 words, glossophobia means fear of foreign language, and Anglophobia means fear of English language. So generally, I wish to discuss about what are the common fears. So there are so many common fears, but fear of speaking in public, and that some people have to speak in group. Even at home, some people are not very open up. The second thing is that talking to strangers. Some people are very comfortable with familiars, some are with strangers, not with strangers. Starting a conversation, what to say, how to say, this is also a problem. And fear of committing mistakes. That is the main fear, I would say. And fear of grammar, fear of interview, because this was not the given topic, but fear of speaking English language. It was a very small topic, so I added that. So generally, we find that we are not all alone. We don't have only fears in our mind. There are so many people. They are scared of so many things. You have fear of speaking in public and interview. That is okay. But how to identify a fear, that is the main thing. And what are the solutions? The solutions I have given in the videos, but once again, I tell you that take deep breaths. That's a physical activity, some people may say, but it is very necessary, because you have to calm down your nerves and you have to speak natural. Prepare and practice at home. Whenever you go outside or whenever you attend some interviews or any event for any gathering, you have to prepare in advance. And sometimes you have to seek help from experts and chalk out a plan. Where are you going and what are you doing and what is the event, what is the topic, what is the time. Everything should be in your mind. You have to boost your confidence. Nobody else will help you. You have to do everything. So that's all for today's topic. I have just told you the highlights of my topic. And as Srikant Patil sir has said, so about interview techniques, I selected one of my friends, and he is a professional speaker. He charges 1 lakh rupees for his lecture. But he has provided his speech. His maximum speech is in Marathi, and sorry for that. Some may misunderstand that why did you put Marathi in English videos, but that was intentionally designed that. And he's a wonderful speaker. He has a very good experience, and he is popular in Western Maharashtra. Okay, thank you, sir. That's all from my side. I'm ready for answers. I take deep breath. Right, go ahead, sir.
Okay, sir. Now we have the first question. It is asked by Aparna Maravar. And she want to ask you, my mind went blank when I am trying to speak English, speaking people or doing public speaking. What should I do?
Pardon, sir?
So, Aparna ma'am want to ask you, my mind went blank when I am trying to speak English, speaking with people or doing public speaking. What should I do?
Okay, so this is a very basic thing that you should start with broken English. I'm against grammar rules I'm against vocabulary. I don't suggest you that, because see, there are so many resource persons, everybody has different strategy. So my plan is very simple. You have to start with broken English. And why you can't speak English, that you have to study. The problem with you, or problem with most of the women, they cannot speak with men. They are very shy. So first thing, you have to become bold. You have to give up your shyness. What is the difference between shyness and fear? That you have to identify. And what is the opposite of fear, and what is the opposite? It is fearless. But I would say that opposite of fear is confidence. So I'm talking about your confidence level. So I will motivate you to speak to anybody. You can speak to any native speakers. You are able to speak to any non-native speakers. You are able to speak with any familiar people and strangers also. The problem is not with your language. The problem is with your delivery. See, I have seen so many people. Their English level is not good, but their confidence is wonderful. They're excellent speakers. So how does it happen? It happens because of their attitude. If you have good attitude, if you have good confidence, you can communicate. And don't worry about mistakes. The mistakes are very natural. Mistakes are very common. Everybody has committed mistakes. We did so many things, but we have to pick up English language. By practicing, we will overcome all our mistakes and we will become fluent. So I think and you have to start from today. Don't worry. You don't need to join any English speaking class. Don't need to get any expert advice. You have to start from where you stand from today. And I would have loved if she asked a question, because generally we find that we cannot make conversation because we are very poor in questions. Once you understand how to frame a question, it's very simple. I hope she is happy with my answer.
Obviously, sir. Then another question from Sheena Populi. She want to ask, while giving interview, if someone asks, what is your weakness? So how should we answer it assertively or optimistically?
So this question is very expected question. It is not a new question. See, don't say, I don't have any weaknesses. Don't refuse. Tell your weaknesses that I'm hardworking. I forget my food and I forget my hunger, and I am a very focused person, and my family members, they complain about me that I'm always lost in my hobbies. I have so many social contacts and I am so much helping. So you can say that. Excessive of goodness is weakness. You can say like that. So that is the best answer generally in all corporate sectors. So they want that the candidate should be fit in our company. They want that candidate has more stamina, more energy, and commitment. So show your commitment through your weaknesses. That's it.
There is Professor Harshali Santosh Patil. She says, sir, today's both sessions were extremely informative and interesting. Thanks both of you. And she want to ask you, can you please tell us about professional etiquettes in teaching profession?
So professional etiquette in teaching means when you teach, it is your responsibility that your students must understand. And see, nowadays we find that students don't respect their teachers. This is a complaint. But even today we find that there are some students and there are some teachers, the teachers are respected even today. So who are the best teachers? The teachers who have better knowledge. And most prominent or basic etiquette of professionalism is that they should know. And see, now we don't have any powers that we cannot punish them, but we can influence them, we can impress them with our knowledge. So know the best thing, you should have up-to-date knowledge. That is the principle of a teacher. So he should, and Radhakrishnan has said, a good teacher teaches and a great teacher inspires. So you should motivate them, you should inspire them. So this is another thing, what I can say that this is a better quality of a teacher. Thank you.
Sir, there is another question by Dr. Vishakha Bhalerao. She said, sometime although we plan, we deliver something unplanned. So how to practice to go with plan?
Madam, I'm very much impressed by your question. So if you can go without any plans, so you're a fluent speaker, that's a good thing. I congratulate you that you have very good command over English. I noticed that you asked question in the first session also. So your English is very good. So you can prepare all your students that you can speak example. Your students should be also able that they should talk on any topic. You can be a very good participant in debate or elocution. So that's a good thing. It's not a problem. If you plan something and if you talk something unplanned, so that's a quality. It's not a weakness. And go ahead with that. Improve your knowledge, and you should talk on any subjects also. Means if you go to economics class, you can teach economics also. If you go to Marathi class, you can teach Marathi poem also. So this is a quality from your question. So I don't think that anything I should focus or I should reply or I should explain. You are a wonderful teacher. Thank you.
Soni Mishra want to ask you, sir. There are many some of students get nervous while speaking English. How to encourage such students?
Okay, what do you actually? She asked you. Otherwise, I would have allowed to make communication with her. So see that they become nervous because their ears become nervous. When you speak any foreign language, you don't like your own delivery. And see, there are 43 muscles in your face. See, we can speak Marathi very well. We can speak Hindi very well because syllables of Marathi and Hindi are same. Vowel, vowel, consonants, and accent, and even the script. Everything is same. And we have watched so many Hindi films. So that's not a problem. As Barulkar sir has said, that one thing I add, that they are very confident in Hindi. जब भी वो झगड़े करने लगते हैं वो हिंदी में ही करते हैं because they are not very well versed with Marathi slang language. So in the same way, why do they become nervous? Because they don't have practice of speaking. They don't have practice of listening. So allow them to listen more, allow them to speak more. And one more additional thing I want to suggest, that there are so many people, they may suggest they should watch English movies without subtitles. They should not read subtitles. They should listen to dialogues. As you have learned Hindi, you should learn to learn English language through the movies. So this is the first thing. And then you should read, all students should read conversational part aloud. I stress on aloud. If you read aloud, your all mouth organs become familiar with the vowels and consonants. Your ears also become familiar, and your tongue becomes familiar with all the pronunciation, and all words come free flowing. They come out very freely. Otherwise, what happens when they start speaking, they get lump in their throat and they cannot make delivery. So these are the reasons. And first thing, you have to make them very strong. It is just like physical fitness. If you are physically fit, you can play handball, basketball, volleyball, because you are physically fit. So the students who become nervous, they are poor in Marathi, they are poor in Hindi. This is my observation. Ask them to speak in Marathi, madam. Ask them to speak in Hindi and ask them to come on the stage. They cannot speak in Marathi, they cannot speak in Hindi. They are poor in any language. So ask them to first improve their mother tongue. Ask them to speak 5 sentences in Marathi or Hindi. Then they can learn, because they become nervous while speaking Marathi also. They become nervous while speaking Hindi also. So nervousness is their habit. And now they are very shy. They cannot open up with anybody. Not in the class, even at home. They are very silent. Right. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Your suggestions are very practical, and it is very obvious that our participants will be benefited by it. There is very interesting question. Actually, it has been asked by more than 2 or 3 participants, but I only mentioned Sonal Utane. She want to ask you in interview, how can we introduce ourselves? Did we start with myself or I am?
Right. So your introduction should be, my name is. So this is the primary introduction. Then you can say I am. But myself is not correct. If you are a big shot, you can say that it's not grammatically wrong. But this is not a practice. right? So you should say, I'm Uday Navlekar. Don't say Mr., Miss, Mrs. This is the rule, right? So when you introduce, I did not use Dr. Uday Navlekar. I said, I'm Uday Navlekar. I didn't say I'm Mr. Uday Navlekar. When you introduce yourself, so the best way to say, I am Uday. This is the best introduction. This is officially grammatically correct. And this is the practice.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Archana Dharme ma'am, she want to ask you, while teaching to PG students, can we use the Marathi and English or a bilingual method? But what we have to do when students are passive for English?
So it depends upon the students and it depends upon you. You are the queen in the class. You can do any experiments and world goes by results. But see, what I suggest, when I studied my PG, when I studied my MA in English from Shivaji University, so what I did, I translated all the poems in Marathi. And that notebook was so popular that I didn't find at the time of examination. I lost it because everybody tried to copy it or everybody tried to read it and everybody found it very useful. So regarding poetry section, you can switch over to translation, but otherwise direct method is good. But see, one thing more I wish to suggest you, there is no problem in translation method, but you have to increase your speed. Speed matters. Generally, it is a fault with me. Most of my friends complain that I speak very fast, but see, those who think fast, they speak fast. That is the logic. But see, it doesn't mean that I am very fluent and others are not. I want to calculate about that. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, he used to take pauses, very long pauses. So, but he was a very fluent speaker. So generally, those who speak with slow speed, they can deliver better. They get time to think. But those who think fast, they cannot speak slow. That's the problem. So you are free, madam. You can make any experiments. You can try translation method, direct method, or now you can use all audio, video, and everything. Right. Go ahead. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Next.
Now, the next question is also very interesting. Rani Sheikh, she want to ask you, as you said earlier, sir, grammar is not necessary for speaking English. But just want to know, can we speak English without knowing tenses? Actually, I want to add one more thing into it, sir. That there is a spoken coaching classes, and it has been become a fashion that in the name of spoken English, they only teach English grammar.
Right. So what I suggest you, if any layman, Gatkar sir, I want to ask you one more question. So if you want to teach a layman English, spoken English, how much time do you require? I don't mind my question. But see, so how much time do you require?
If I want to teach
any layman spoken English.
So actually, no one can.
Sir, just I want to continue. Okay, that just take it for granted that it was for others or all the students. See that if I come across some student, so I guarantee that within 15 days I make that student very fluent, and I teach only 3 types of sentences. I teach simple present tense, simple past tense, and simple future tense. I don't teach continuous tense. I don't teach perfect tense. I don't teach perfect continuous tense. I teach only statement, how to make negative and how to make questions. That's it. And I challenge you, you bring me any book, I will translate everything with only 3 types of sentences. My English may not sound so good, but nobody can challenge that it's wrong, right? I never use compound complex sentences. I use only simple sentences. I always use active voice. I always use direct narration. So it is very, and I have written 5 books. If anybody from this class, if you read any book, I challenge you will not refer a dictionary. I never use difficult words. Even I never use in my lectures also. And I have seen so many people, they speak in simple language. And one difficult thing or most interesting thing, to speak in simple language is the most difficult thing in the world.
Yes, sir.
And one more thing, one more additional information I want to say, that this is also a very difficult thing in the world to speak written English. We have been speaking written English, and this is very impossible. There are so many features. We have not learned what are the features of spoken English. Pauses, fillers, false start, wrong start, repetition of syllables, repetition of words, and loose packing of information. So there are so many things we don't know how to say, or there are so many incomplete sentences. There are so many stammering. So these features, if you don't notice these features, you will notice that I'm not speaking, I'm reading, or my spoken English is dead. If you want to put life in your spoken English, you have to add all features of spoken English. See, we never teach all these features. For example, if I don't know the word, I don't remember the word, what or how just like how I uttered with so many stammering. But is it a mistake? Is it a fault? It's natural. You don't mind that, you won't think that I don't know English, but it's a flow. Right? So these are the things. So one thing more I want to tell you, when I say that grammar is not important in the beginning. See, you have to start with broken English, and see, suppose you get a job. So your responsibility is you have to understand the mail, you have to reply that, and you have to satisfy the customer. That's it. The company doesn't want that you should know the definition of pronoun, you should know adjective, you should know adverb, and all other things. That's it. So you have to be familiar. As there are so many medical representatives, they are fluent speakers, but they are fluent with only doctors.
Yes.
They cannot speak fluently with lawyer because they have limited area and they have mastered it. So you have to master it in all the things at latter level. But in the beginning, you have to learn language as a tool, not an art to be mastered. And we think that we always want correctness. We don't care for clarity. So this is the basic difference. And don't run away from English because of grammar. Grammar is not at all needed. I also studied, just like Barulkar sir, I studied from Ghatanji. It was a small village. I graduated from Ghatanji. So don't worry that I studied in English medium. I don't think like that. And I found that students of Marathi medium and English medium, they don't have good expression. And I noticed that in my college also, most of the English medium students, they can speak Hindi very well. Because in English mediums, all subjects are taught in Hindi. So that is also a tragedy. Okay, sir, that's all.
Sir, we'll take the last question. Hello, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
Very interesting question it is, asked by Mayuri Zadhav. She said, when we meet someone whose English is very fluent, that time inferiority complex comes while speaking with them. How to deal with this?
See, if any fluent speaker comes with that can be an encounter with you. But see, if you know how to ask questions, if you know how to frame questions, then there is no problem. So in schools and colleges, we learned how to answer. The problem with conversation is that we don't know how to frame questions. If Trump comes before you, you cannot ask him more than one or two questions. But if you have good knowledge about framing questions, so you can put Trump into trouble. So his skin color, his accent, his personality, it doesn't matter. I have added one video of Nitin Matthew. He's my friend. We studied together. Now he's in IBM. So he went to Delhi and he went for his son's treatment. And in front of that hospital, there was a call center. So he went there and he was interviewed and he was selected. So all were very much surprised with his accent. So the boss asked all the call center representatives and asked to listen to him. So now he's a trainer in IBM. So a student from Yatmal, student from all villages, he can also speak very fluently and he attends all the foreigners. So he has no problem. Even you cannot have any problem if you have very good knowledge of framing questions. So if you can frame questions, it's wonderful. And see, if you don't know how to frame questions, your conversation will not continue. It will finish in seconds. So this is the basic problem, and focus on that. If learn the basic things, learn about. You are also. I would like to talk to her, but now the question is through you. But see, generally we find that those who have asked questions, they are bold. They are better than other participants. So I appreciate them that they have very good confidence, but they have to boost their confidence. And see, you have to do everything in advance. A drowning man cannot learn swimming. If you meet a foreigner and you cannot improve your English while talking to him, you have to plan everything. You have to learn swimming and then you have to jump into water. See, there are so many people and they give an example, but I want to tell you, even if you don't know swimming, and if you have confidence, so you jump into water, you will swim. You will just move some hands and legs and you will float. You will not die. You die because of fear. So this fear don't carry with you. Fear is essential. It is a very essential emotion, because without fear we cannot survive, right? But we have to handle it. We have to manage it. Just like a drowning swimmer, if a swimmer has, or a person who is in the water, if he has no fears, he can survive. He can float. He can come back to the shore.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sir, we'll take last question. There is another bold fellow who want to ask you a question. Mr. Kashif Ahmed. Kashif Ahmed, are you there?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Nano sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, my question is this, sir. Number of my students are from Marathi, Hindi, and Urdu medium, and they are habitual to pronounce wrong pronunciation. And it has been a 12 or 13 years from Marathi or Hindi medium, they pronounce wrongly. So how do I teach them to overcome these difficulties?
So don't worry about the pronunciation. It's not a very serious problem. If they speak English, encourage them to speak. Pronunciation can be handled even at later stage, and it's okay. So I don't think it's a serious problem. Don't worry. Referring dictionary is a very tough job. You get tired when you read every new word, new imagination, new area, new subject. So it's not an interesting thing. But if you correct them gradually, that will be okay. So it's not a serious problem. Pronunciation problem is very primary and it's a very basic thing. But I want to say that allow them to speak with broken English. Later stage, you can polish them. So if you try to find faults, they will not open up their mouth. They will feel, they will be scared of words. So ask them to use different words, ask them new mistakes. Tell them that you should not commit the same mistakes again. This is the proper pronunciation of this word. Hereafter, you should not pronounce it the same way. That's it. Thank you. I hope you are convinced.
Okay. Thank you.
Kashif,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kashif. Navlekar sir, thank you. Actually, it is my first instance that I am listening you, and I feel very happy to get connected with you. Dr. Shrikant Patil sir and I.
You have done a nice job.
We discussed that we have such a wonderful fellow as a resource person. So I directly asked Dr. Shrikant Patil sir to show his sense of gratitude towards you.
Navlekar sir, namaskar. Sir, namaskar. I think your audio or net connection is
Yes.
very poor. Yeah, connected now. Okay. Thank you. I, Dr. Shrikant Patil, Director, Lifelong Learning and Extension Department. Our valued resource person, dear participants, it's my pleasure to propose a vote of thanks. Thank you so much, Dr. Navlekar sir, for giving us this valuable time from your schedule. It was wonderful to see your videos and its contents. Thank you once again, sharing your unbeatable knowledge among all the participants. Thank you, sir. And we touch with you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Okay. I once again thanks to all resource persons and participants. You can access our website for tomorrow's video, quizzes and feedbacks. And with the permission of the organizer, I declare that today's session is over. Thank you. Thank you very much.